Hey fellas, and welcome back to With the Y. Real quick, I would like to give a content warning to any Boruto fans out there that this video contains some very strong flaying of Boruto fans and contains some strong words directed towards specific members of the Boruto community. I didn't have any strong opinions about Boruto, the show, the manga, or its fandom before I started researching for this video, but I will say that I don't cast this aspersion on all of you, but some of y'all I am going to say some mean things about, specifically some of the ones featured in this video. You saw the title, how do you even fight back when you see something like this? And it's in reference to fandoms doing what they do on Twitter, just kind of beefing with each other and going back and forth about my series is better than yours. The two culprits today were MHA fans and Boruto fans going up against each other. And I saw something that I haven't really gotten to see happen much at all over the last decade. I was a big MHA head for a very long time. Being an MHA fan, you just kind of accept that you are an acceptable punching bag and will be for years to come. Things have weirdly been turning around in recent times, and like when I say recent times, I mean like the last 365 days. But this was like the impetus for the pop-off. Somebody was saying, never compare Boruto to that raccoon-looking motherfucker, and the raccoon-looking motherfucker in question was Deku. And this tweet absolutely popped the fuck off, completely outside of the bubble the argument was originally happening in, and has made Twitter a bloodbath the last few days. Calling Deku a raccoon when your main character looks like this, and holy shit, James Charles fucking comparison. Just not really a position you ever want to see something you like in. And like the comparison, at least the way I interpreted it, was it's because it's James Charles, not because anything else. Like that's just generally speaking something you do not want to be compared to because it's fucking James Charles. You talking little boys, Boruto? Like that's the comparison you don't want to find, which, you know, I feel like that's universally understandable. And then you had people like quote tweeting that saying, this is the type of slander that would make you change profile pictures. Like you gotta resign from the fandom you used to be in for this shit. And this is the one that I saw that introduced me to it. Over damn near 200,000 likes, 3.4 million views. How do you even fight back? And you know, I'll give Boruto fans some credit here. They did find a way to fight back, but it is some of the sorriest shit I've ever seen. Like, they were getting ratio after ratio after ratio, and so they're like, hey, let's get the guy who tweeted it suspended. Okay, man. Like, you're that mad you got bitched out, you had to mass report. Couldn't win the argument with him, so you mass reported. So sad. Whatever, man. It happens. The James Charles comparison, it's a good get if you're, like, trying to take a dig at someone, but it really matters that you're the first person to get it off whenever you're in an argument, because anytime you try to recreate it, it's going to seem more like you're trying to recreate a moment that already passed as opposed to making a new one. Like, this is not a gag unique to something you can do for Boruto. Like, you can grab any number of James Charles fits and say, it looks vaguely like something that an anime character is wearing. But the issue is when you try to get that ratio, and they're like saying, ooh, Deku looks like James Charles at Coachella this one time. Wrong main color, too much white, wrong shoe/color. Meet me after class to discuss your awful rage bait. 50,000 likes. Bitched out, dude. Like, it's a real shame. Real valiant effort was made here and it just didn't pan out. And because you got this guy suspended because he just owned you really hard, like, no one's gonna fucking let this go forever, man. The thing that I'm seeing about some of the Boruto fans involved here is that everybody in every fandom gets dunked on. This is a totally natural thing, and MHA fans are no strangers to it happening. When it becomes an issue is when not only are you taking lashings, but you can't handle the lashings, so you lash back out in a way that just comes off really lame. Again, I respect the attempt to get your get back. The problem is people were saying that it's bad to get compared to James Charles, and certain Boruto fans took this to mean, oh wait, no, the bad thing is that he's being compared to someone who's gay. You will never guess which one of these main characters Twitter is calling zesty. It's not about being zesty, it's because it's fucking James Charles. This is official art of Deku in a woman character's outfit to celebrate Year of the Bunny. Deku is confident in his masculinity. Boruto could never pull out that bunny suit as well as him. It's true, he's slaying. Yeah, masculinity, that's why half the fandom thinks he gets pegged by Bakugo. Do you know what pegging is? It requires you to not have a penis and to put on a strap. You're not even using the lingo right, dude. And keeping it a buck, you really shouldn't have taken it to homophobia because you don't have the legs to stand on here either. Boruto low-key look like a white lesbian. Fucking 60,000 likes ratioed all over again, man. Like, you gotta stop with this angle. It doesn't fucking work. Talking about zesty like Boruto didn't cross-dress and rub all up on another boy. Like, dude, you really shouldn't have gone for this angle of attack. You don't have the ammo and the shell that you need to make it effective. It's not a good angle. And the methodology I saw have the most effectiveness was Boruto fans going to Old Faithful. MHA fans are weird as shit. They do weird stuff. And here's like a dude in Deku cosplay with a VR headset on just fucking a blow-up doll. Yeah, really gross stuff. Weird as hell. Right there with you on that. 17,000 likes. Just share some of like the weird like Bakudeku shipping stuff. Bakugo gives birth to quadruplets. Like this thread is the most effective angle of attack they've had in this whole thing. Then you got too big for your britches. Now, how are they gonna defend this? I'm not going to. I think that's weird too. Right there with you. And then they tried to bring out the slander memes of Deku being like a fast food employee after he lost his powers, which ended up aging poorly because he got a suit that allowed him to be like in the top 20 superheroes in Japan again anyways. And then people just spin the block again, able to ratio not just the people getting a bit on their britches, but also doing more likes than the original video that actually had like some decent potential to shit on MHA fans with. I'm gonna ratio you with only this gif of Boruto crying. They're going out sad out here, dude. It's rough. This meme also showed up a lot. Meet Comparison Man. My manga has a good plot and a really interesting story. My manga farms more aura than your manga. Call me 007. Zero importance in the industry, zero relevance, 7 belts in my designs. He's stronger than Naruto. He's more mature than Deku. He's faster than Itadori. Give me liberty, give me fire, give me slanders of other manga, or I retire. Others are and others cannot, but never I am. And one thing I didn't realize is that apparently there's a contingent of Boruto fans that just fucking hate Naruto, and like they can't just be happy as like the sequel series to something that is already beloved. They have to hate the beloved thing that came before it is the only reason the current series is possible. Here's even some art that you can respect somebody putting effort into. Ratio they tried to do to the fucking Boruto crying gif. It didn't fucking work, dude. 1.3 thousand likes. I'm seeing Boruto fans trying to ratio all over the timeline and every single one is failing. Use your brains to at least learn to read. You shouldn't have said ratio, dude. You got fucking sun. Get over it. In an attempt to use Naruto against MHA, they used this panel. Kid, hop off my son's series, or he's gonna pull up to blitz your verse. Okay, how's the storytelling in that bitch, dude? I actually have no idea. I haven't read nor watched Boruto, and I really don't intend to. I wasn't really much of a Naruto guy, so it just isn't appealing to me anyways. The thing is, the original panel they're using to try and shit on Deku with is fucking the complete opposite tone of what they're trying to convey here. Be strong. Now it's up to you. And Deku's like all determined because it's his turn as like a new generation of shonen protagonist. Well, take care. See you later. Save a bowl of ramen for me. That kid's gonna be big. He reminds me of my early years. Someone pointed this out of the original guy, ratioed again. It's over and over and over again, dude. It's just a humiliation ritual. You had people drawing Boruto in the literal fit that James Charles he was getting compared to in. And the art's pretty good, dude. Boruto fans trying to be homophobic like their fave doesn't have a jutsu that turns him into a girl to fool grown-ass men. It's about like the James Charles comparison of the fit being trash, not the gay stuff. You should never have attempted the angle. And truth be told, I have like fallen off of MHA pretty hard, man. I didn't finish reading the manga even when it was wrapping up. I need to catch up to the final season if I want to actually know what's happening by the time the finale premieres. For me, it just turned into when the neighbors' arguments sound good as fuck. Being a Boruto fan feels a little like this. The difference is they would be dead by the time they like tried to climb up the metal sheet. Like they would be full of bullet holes. When you see them stray shading on something you fuck with, but they actually funny about it, so you just shut the fuck up, dude. This is often how being an MHA fan felt. Like the Deku slander of him getting called a fast food worker was unfortunately something that made me giggle and I just had to accept as part of the current zeitgeist. Like that was like earlier this year, if you guys forgot. MHA hasn't like suddenly just become entirely in the good graces. You're just putting up a very sorry display. They even tried to run the numbers game. A side character singing has more views than one of Boruto's most important fights, and in fewer years, fucking 100 million versus 73 million, dude. Like it's not happening. It's not fucking happening, dude. Boruto fans are like 42-0 right now. I think they need to sit this one out. And that is my final lesson to like specifically the Boruto fans who are doing this shit. I know a lot of you guys are probably just off to the sides watching people you may or may not know getting their ass beat because they are just doing a bad job in this this fight. I say to you, go home, lick your wounds, re-strategize, and pick smarter battles. You need not be this caustic to others. You might actually find yourself with an ally in MHA fans who have been similarly burned over the years. There's no need to live like this, and I hope you can live smarter further on in your life. That's all I got. That kwytebox email is in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.